Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and safe in your home. So, in our previous English class, we have completed a lesson. Is it? Do you remember that lesson? Yeah, we have completed colorful shoes. Is it? Okay, so you all have understood that story. Is it? Okay. Today, we are going to start a new lesson. Okay, so this lesson is a legend story, famous legend story, okay, about a small boy. Okay, so what is legend? Do you know the meaning of legend, or have you heard the word legend? Okay, so in olden days, the people, the our grandparents and all, they will say some myth, and also they will say some legend story. Okay, myth means the old stories in the past. Okay, they will be saying that story in the sense that it has happened in the past, but it is a false story. That is myth. Okay, the story, the incident has not happened, but they will be saying in the way that the incident might have happened in the past. Okay, so old stories in the past which is believed by the people, but it is false. Okay, that is myth. Legend means an old story that may or may not be true. Okay, so legends are also old stories. Sometimes it may be true, or sometimes it may not be true. Okay, or the stories that is created by someone. Okay, so that is myth and legend. Okay, so this, the story which we are going to see today is also a legend story. Okay, about a little Dutch boy. Okay, so no one knows whether it is a true story or not. Sometimes it may have happened, or else it may not have also happened. Okay, so it is also a legend story. Okay, so the topic of this story is the boy who saved Holland. Okay, from the topic itself, we can understand that the story is about a boy. Is it about a small boy? Okay, the story has given importance for a small boy. Okay, and by seeing the topic itself, we can say that he is the hero of the story because he has saved Holland. Is it? So we don't know in which way, but after reading this lesson, you can know in which way and how he saved this Holland. Okay, so this is a famous story. Okay, already we have seen that this is a legend. Is it an old story that may or may not be true? Okay, so this is a famous story told in America about Holland. Okay, so in America, in olden times, the American people, they say this story. Okay, this story has happened. We don't know whether it has happened or not, but if it has happened, it was happened in Holland. Okay, and this story was told by the American people. Okay, this story is famous among the Americans. Okay, they will be saying about this story very often, so it is famous in America. Okay, so do you know who wrote this story? Okay, an American writer, Mary Mapes Dodge. Okay, Mary Mapes Dodge. She was an American writer and she wrote this story in 1865. Okay, so this is Mary Mapes Dodge and she wrote the story in 1865. Okay, so this story is having the boy who saved Holland. This topic is also having some other topics also. Okay, so that story was written by this American writer. Her name is Mary Mapes Dodge and she was from America. Okay, and she wrote this story in the year 1865. Okay, and she was born in 26th January 1831. Okay, 26th January 1831 at Newark. Okay, in the place of Newark. Okay, in America. She was born in America in 26th January 1831. Okay, have you understood? So this is about this author. Okay, about the author, it is not given in your book, but she has written this story. Okay, so once again I'm saying about this. She was an American writer and her name is Mary Mapes Dodge, and she has written this story in the year 1865. Okay, so now we can read this story. Okay, so by reading this story itself, you all can understand this story. Okay, so the words, everything are very simple. Only by reading itself you can understand this story. Okay, so now you can take your new pathway book. Now everyone take your new pathway book and take the lesson number 4. Okay, take your new pathway book and take the lesson number 4, which is in page number 54. Okay, the boy who saved Holland. It is in page number 54. So I'm going to read this. So before the story, in blue color, some 2 lines are given. See, every nation has its own myths and legends. You are going to read one famous legend about a little Dutch boy. Okay, so in our country also we have, in India also we have some myths and legends. Okay, we have heard that stories, but we don't know whether it is true or not. But sometimes our parents or grandparents, they will be saying that it can be true. Okay, in our lessons also sometimes we might have come across this type of stories. Okay, so while reading we don't know whether it is true or not. In our book also it will be not given whether that incident has happened or not, but they will be saying that in the form of something that has been happened. Okay, so that we will be believing that, oh, it might have been happened in the past. So in our country also we have some myths and legends. Okay, so in the first line itself it is given that every country and every nation has their own myths and also legends. Okay, this story is also a famous legend about a little Dutch boy. Okay, about a small boy. Okay, so listen carefully, page number 55. Listen, I will read it for you. Hendrik would be 10 years old in 10 months. So this story is about a 10-year-old boy. Okay, he is not exactly 10-year-old, but 10 more months is there to be 10-year-old. Okay, so he is a small boy. Okay, like you. Okay, Hendrik would be 10 years old in 10 months. All his life he had heard about the Dykes. He knew that a big part of Holland, his homeland, lay below the level of the sea, and the only things that protected it from being flooded were the dunes and dikes. Next paragraph. The dikes which were made by humans were the most important. Since very long ago, Hollanders had put up great mounds of earth and sod to save their land from the tides. It was a cruel war between the rising of the sea and the strength of the dikes, and for many years the sea threatened to win. But the Hollanders loved their country and would not allow the sea to drive them out from there. They fought back the waters that roared in from the North Sea, They protected the soil with longer and larger dikes using barriers of clay and stone as well as bricks. Hendrik's grandfather had been a dike builder. His father looked after dike repairs. His uncle was in charge of a polder, an area of reclaimed land surrounded by dikes. Hendrik admired the way the dike was constructed. Its tall grassy flanks and the great stone blocks on the seaside put there to break the violence of the onrushing waves. He would imagine himself standing on the wall as if it were a rampart and would give a victory call to the sea. He would make expeditions into the countryside, exploring the turns and twists of the walls, examining the ways in which they were built, trying to guess their age. Okay, have you understood anything in this first page? Okay, so the next page. One day he roamed further than he had ever gone, much further than he had intended. The sky was darkening when he turned towards home. There was no time to watch anything except the shady, unfamiliar road. It was a still, chill, stormy evening. The birds had gone to their nests and there was no sound in the air except Hendrik listened intently. He did not want to believe what he heard, but he knew only too well what it was. It was the sound of water. Nothing much, only a trickle. But Hendrik knew what it would mean. He knew that the trickle would soon become a gurgle, then there would be a gush, followed by a rush, and then a roar, and the North Sea would sweep in. For a moment, he stood bewildered. It was growing dark, hard to see, harder to locate a small leak in the dike. Finally, he found it, a few feet from the ground. He could reach it. It was as he suspected, a small leak, small enough to be stopped with one finger. At first, he was not worried. He even felt a little heroic, elated to see that the finger of one small boy could hold the mighty waters in check. Besides, he thought it was not be long. Someone was sure to pass by, see what was happening, and get people to repair the damage. But the stillness continued, stillness and loneliness. As the night came on, Hendrik grew colder. His hand pained him. There were cramps in his arm. Soon his entire side felt numb. He could not tell how long he had hunched there. Hours seemed to pass. He called and cried, but there was no answer. No help came. The pain frightened him, but he could not take his finger from the dike. The air was freezing. He was afraid he would drop from fatigue. He stamped his feet to stamp out the cold. He rubbed his still arm with the fingers of his other hand to keep the blood flowing. He was dizzy, pain stabbed every part of his body, but he would not remove his finger from the dike. Okay, next page. It was almost dawn when he saw the man with a lantern in his hand. Hendrik almost fainted. It was a laborer returning after working all night. Hendrik's parents had been searching for him all night, but it was this laborer who found the boy. He immediately called for help. The leak was plugged soon. The dike was strengthened in weeks. A great part of Holland was saved. Years passed and many things were forgotten, but the country is still grateful to the boy who kept his finger in the dike. Okay, so have you understood anything in this? Have you understood anything in this? Okay, so this story is about a boy, okay, Hendrik. His name is Hendrik and he is becoming 10 years old in 10 months, okay. Now he is not 10-year-old boy, but in 10 months he will be becoming 10-year-old, okay. So he is living in Holland. Holland is his hometown and he is living there, and while he was living there he knows very much about dikes, okay, and dunes, because this Holland is protected from the sea with the help of this dikes and dunes, okay. And also his father is a dike repairer and his grandfather is a dike builder. So the persons in his family is related with this dike, okay. So he was very much familiar about the dike in Holland. So every day what he will do, he will be going to some forest and he will be seeing everything, okay. He will be seeing the dikes, and he will be trying to guess when it was built and what is the age of this dike, everything, okay. So he will be roaming there and evening he will be coming back, okay. So he has gone to some 4 places in his countryside every day, okay. So he will be roaming lonely. So that particular day also he has started his expedition, okay. So he was going and he was trying to examine everything and he was trying to find everything, okay. So as he was thinking about something and he was walking, he went beyond his limited line, okay. So he was going away and he didn't notice that he was going far, okay. So as it became very evening, so it is near to night, so it was going to be dark. So during that time he found that he came somewhat far away from his place, okay. So he started to go back to his home, and while he was going it was very chill, the weather was very chill and it was very cold, okay. So no other sound is there because it's evening, is it? During the night time there will be no other sounds, the bird sounds, nothing will be there. So while he is coming, he heard a sound, a trickling of a water that is falling drop by drop, okay. So by hearing that sound he could understand what is that, because he is living in that place and the dikes and dunes are very near to him, is it? So he, by hearing that sound itself, he came to know that what is that, and he was very afraid because of this water his whole Holland will be wiped away, okay. So and because it is dark also, it is very tough to find where the hole is. Still then he went and he was searching that hole, okay. Finally he found that hole. Okay, so he found that small leak and it is few feet from the ground. And what he did means he kept his finger in that hole. Okay, so while he kept his finger in that hole, his finger went inside. So he was very much shocked to see that a small, sorry, his finger is going inside that hole, and because of that the water has stopped. Okay, first he was very happy, and he was sitting there and he was closing that hole with his hands. But as time passed, it was very cold there, and he was keeping his hand in a single position, is it, so that his body started to pain, and he was feeling very sleepy also, because it is night time and he was feeling very sleepy, and he can't take his hand outside, because if he is taking his hand outside, the water will be coming inside his country. So it was very pain for him. The body, every part of his body became pain, and it was very cold also. So he was calling someone for help, but because it is night time, no one could hear him and no one answered. Okay, so almost early in the morning, almost in the dawn, a man, he was coming back from his work. Okay, so he saw this boy in that place, and during that time he was fainted. Okay, so he saw this boy, and suddenly he came there and he called for help. So the people came there, and within some days they fixed this hole. Okay, and what his parents were there, they were very much afraid, and they were searching for this little boy. So when they saw this boy, they might have been happy, is it, because they got their boy back, and the next thing is he had saved their country, is it. So they will be very proud, and also they will be very happy, is it. So many years passed. This incident has happened many years before, but still now the country is thinking about this boy. Okay, so this is the story. Okay, I have told the story very briefly, but in the next class I will read everything and I will say the story paragraph wise. Okay, so have you understood this? Okay, so in your home you should read this lesson. Okay, once or twice you read it so that you can understand this. Okay, thank you students.